Howdy everyone, Matthew here to talk about how you decide the outcome. There are many phrases in the manifestation community such as everything happens through you and not to you, or you are the operant power. Now the reason they are here is because they are meant to show you that you really do decide the outcome. They are pointing everything back to you so that you can create the reality that you want. And it is entirely true. You, using your thoughts and assumptions, will decide the outcome of your reality. So if you want to experience something, you can and will experience it when you align your decision and your thoughts with that of experiencing it. And that's what I'm here to do today. Today, I am here to remind you how you decide the outcome and how you can ensure that you are deciding the outcome as opposed to having it decided for you by the external circumstances and the negative thoughts that you may have come up. So make sure you stick out to the end of the video to ensure that you pick up on everything I'm here to talk about. But before we get into that, hi everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Matthew. I'm a manifestation coach who has helped many people manifest their dream life. So if you are in need of my help in creating your dream life, check out the links down below in the comment section or the description. They'll take you to my website where you can see the coaching solutions I offer to help with just that. If you could leave a like and a comment on this video, that would really help me out. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, click that bell notification, and you won't miss a video that could potentially change your life. With that out of the way, let's get into this video. For those of you who are new to manifestation or are still trying to figure out how everything works, let me explain to you how you decide the outcome. This reality that you experience out there is dictated by your dominant thoughts and your assumptions. No one else can decide your reality for you unless you allow them to, which I'll get onto in a minute. Now, if you were to take one random topic in your reality, so you could pick career, specific person, house, your self-concept, pick any random topic and see what is going on in that topic. See kind of what's playing out, what seems to keep repeating, just generally see what that topic has going on for it. And then see how you dominantly think in regards to that topic. You will find that the way that you think is directly correlated to what is playing out. Now the thing is, your thoughts came first. This 3D reality is dictated by your thoughts, which means what you're experiencing out there came after you started thinking about what is experiencing out there. So let's say for at the moment you're dealing with hot and cold behavior from your specific person. You decided that outcome by thinking about them in a way that dictated hot and cold behavior. So you could have thought of yourself as not good enough for their attention, and that's why they're kind of semi-showing that. Or you could have thought of them as like a certain kind of individual that just doesn't seem to care about you, and that is what's played out in your reality. So you decided the outcome of that hot and cold behavior by deciding and allowing certain thoughts to come in and to impress your subconscious mind. So due to this, you can also decide a positive outcome using the same principles. Use your thoughts to shift your assumptions into something positive, and you will receive that positive outcome. That is how you decide the outcome. That is proof that you have decided that outcome. Your thoughts precede the reality. Your today's 4D will become your future's 3D, just like your past's 4D has become your today's 3D. So if you want to decide the outcome, you need to ensure that you are choosing what outcome you want and then aligning your thoughts dominantly with that outcome existing. So if negative thoughts come up, either don't allow them to hold any power or simply just flip them to what it is that you want. Decide to make that shift and continue to persist in this, continue to feed yourself a new story, and you will be aligning with that of your new reality that you want to experience. And as a result, you must experience it because you've decided that outcome. Now, I understand for many people, simply just deciding the outcome may not be so easy. For those of you who are dealing with severe negative circumstances or are dealing with quite a severe negative inner world, I understand me sitting here on my high horse saying, just decide the outcome, align your thoughts, may not be so easy. Now, yes, it is 100% true that if you align your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions with that of your end result, you cannot be denied. You can just simply drop everything that you are experiencing, dwell in that end result, and you will receive it. But again, I understand that it might not be that easy to just drop the evidence in front of you, So let's work on that. Let's build up that inner trust that you can accomplish this, that you are the operant power. Now, I used a very key word there, trust. Everything comes through you. Nothing happens to you, it all happens through you. Which means you need to understand that you need that trust within yourself to build this outer world using your inner world. Me sitting here saying you can have that person while you don't trust that you can have that person is completely fruitless. Me or any other coach saying you are the operant power is never really going to hit the same until you understand what it means to be that operant power. How do we get to that point? We build that inner trust. We build that trust in what we are saying to be true as opposed to what the coaches are saying to be true, as opposed to what the 3D circumstances are saying to be true. Because almost every single person on this channel or watching this video has probably had proof that manifestation works. So you know you can receive that. It's just building up that level of inner trust that you can receive that, if that makes sense. So what do? We start telling ourselves that we can accomplish anything. We start building up that self-concept. Self-concept is extremely important when it comes to manifesting. You absolutely do not need self-concept to manifest. You can just simply align your thoughts, like I said earlier. But having a built-up self-concept, having that inner understanding that you can accomplish anything, your desires are chasing you. Everything always works out for you. You don't need to lift a finger. You're a badass. You're angelic. You're unique. You're special. You can accomplish anything. You're more than enough. You're worthy of the things that you want. When you understand that about yourself, when you really start to believe that about yourself, it becomes a lot easier for you to step into the, why couldn't I have this? Of course I can have this. Look who I am. Look how amazing I am. Why wouldn't my person want to be with me? Why wouldn't my manager want to give me that pay rise? Why wouldn't I get that loan that I'm looking for? Why wouldn't I get that visa? Because you understand your worth. You understand your value. And then because you understand your value, because you understand your strength, you now understand your power. I have had so many success stories of people just saying basically that thing changed their lives. When they realized they were trying to get the person to validate them and realized they don't want to do that anymore and instead they want to validate themselves, they stepped back, put all of that effort into them. I'm worthy, I'm deserving, I'm more than enough, I'm incredible, I'm special, I'm unique, things of that nature. That is when things shifted. And that is why when they went back to doing their affirmations or their visualizations for their people, shifts happened just all over the place. I literally had someone message me today saying that they kind of forgot themselves a little bit and their person started to act a bit funny. They decided, I'm not having that. They decided their outcome and now they've brought their energy back to them and already their person is back on blowing up their phone and everything. When you have that inner trust in yourself to accomplish anything, circumstances, thoughts, inner doubts, anything like that literally just melt away. And it makes you so much better at deciding the outcome. Because then you can look at this 3D circumstance, at your specific person being a tool, and you can say, that ain't for me. Like, what are you doing? You're lucky to have my attention. And then what happens when you have that kind of mindset about things? They start shifting. They start having thoughts about how lucky they are to have your attention. They start waking up in the middle of the night going, I need to message, otherwise I'm going to miss my chance. They start doing the chasing. They start wanting you. They start coming back. And you did this by deciding that you will accept nothing less than what you deserve. And you did that by building up that inner belief, that inner understanding, and that inner trust in what you deserve. So if you want to become the best version of yourself to be able to decide any outcome for your benefit, build up that self-concept. Build up the ability to snap your fingers and have people running. Build up the ability to understand that who cares what's going on out there? I'm always going to have my back. I'm always going to be the best version of me. They're always going to be lucky to have my attention. When you can have that mindset behind your actions, aligning thoughts such as, yes, of course they love me. Yes, of course we're in this relationship. Yes, of course I got accepted for that visa. Yes, of course my manager's given me the pay rise that I wanted. Those sorts of things become so much easier to stay in that dominant state of. Now, if you don't believe me, I'm sure many of you who have had problems with specific people can realize that quite often it was just insecurities that led to negative thoughts that led to breakups. So if your low self-concept then could lead to a negative circumstance, Imagine the inverse of having a built-up self-concept. High self-concept, better alignment of thoughts, result comes as a byproduct of that. Because your reality is dictated by your thoughts and assumptions. Your today's 4D becomes your future's 3D. So if you're able to just align the thoughts, great. But if you need the extra bit of help, work on that self-concept, work on your self-worth, work on how you perceive yourself, work on becoming the person that you want them to see you as, or at least work on believing yourself to be the person you want them to see you as. Because when you can see yourself like that, all of a sudden the idea of someone else being able to see you like that becomes so much easier to obtain. All of a sudden, the reality of them treating you as such becomes not so scary of an idea or not so out of range. It becomes something that you're like, that's right around the corner. Oh, why isn't that already happening? Look at me as I am now. This person's a tool for walking away from me. And then when you have that mindset, that's when they start going, oh, I was a tool for walking away. And then they start chasing. They start getting the cold sweats when you message them. And all of a sudden, your reality shifts. If you've enjoyed this video and got some good value out of it so far, be sure to leave me a like and a comment letting me know so I know what kinds of videos to do for you in the future. And if you haven't already, drop me a subscribe on this video. It's completely free and it might just announce to you when I post a video that will change your life. And if you're in need of my help in creating that perfect life of yours, by all means check down below. I've had so many success stories and I'm sure I can help you as well. With that out of the way, let's get back to this video. There is one final thing that I want to touch on in this subject though. Yes, you can decide the outcome, and yes, you do decide the outcome. But just because you've decided the outcome does not mean that you may still get some negative thoughts or circumstances come up on occasion. Remember, like I said, your 3D is based on your past 4D. So if you had negative thoughts in the past, that might still play up over the sort of coming days, weeks, months. You might have little things that come up that might knock you. Now, this does not mean that you're not deciding the outcome. This does not mean that they do have free will. This does not mean that you can't get what it is that you want. This just means that some negative thoughts that you have over-associated with in the past are now playing out now. You decided the outcome then and are experiencing it now, which again means when you decide the outcome now, you can experience it in the future. I just wanted to touch on what it was that I said at the beginning about how you can't be denied anything and no one else is manifesting for you. You're all doing it. I can't remember the exact wording that I used at the beginning of the video, but it was something along those lines of no one else can manifest for you unless you allow them to. What I mean by allowing them to is by giving them the power to do so. So if you say, for example, my person won't reach out because they're stubborn, you are giving them the power of not reaching out because they're stubborn. This is obviously not aligning your thoughts to the end result. So if you did just align with the end result of them reaching out, they will still do it. But if you assume other people to have the free will to do whatever they want and stop you from getting your manifestation, you must abide by that rule because you've decided that as your outcome. Even if you're sitting there saying, I'm doing all my affirmations, I'm doing my visualizations, but then are still saying they're too stubborn to reach out. They've got too much pride to reach out. They don't know what to say, so they're not going to reach out. If you're saying these things, you are deciding that as your outcome. You are deciding that to be what plays out for you by assuming it into being. So things like that, like I said at the beginning, align your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. Anything that you find yourself thinking or experiencing that isn't in line with your end result, that does not require any of your focus. If you have a thought about they're too stubborn to reach out, no, that's not true. That's not true for me. They're reaching out all the time. They lovingly reach out to me. Of course they're going to reach out. They're my partner. Or laugh at it and say, why wouldn't they reach out to me? Look how amazing I am. They'd be lucky if I even responded. Have this kind of different viewpoint on it. Having the thought come up is not the problem. It's how you end it that matters. So if you start to think about it, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Don't stress. Don't think that you're creating the negative. Just notice it, deal with it in a way that feels best for you, and then move forward without giving it any power. That's how you can choose the outcome of what it is that you want by aligning yourself with the end result. Because you cannot be denied. Literally, step-by-step process, decide what it is that you want. I want loving relationship with specific person. Decide what thoughts, feelings, and actions you would need to take on if that was true. Because we remember, We need to ensure that our subconscious mind believes it's true now, as opposed to true in the future. So what kind of thoughts, feelings, and actions would you be thinking, feeling, and acting upon if you were with them right now? Then consciously do them on repeat every single day. Consciously step into that version of yourself, because you get what you are, not what you want. So the reason why you may be receiving hot and cold, or no pay rise, or no visa, or something, is because you are in the version of someone who doesn't have those things. You have not decided your outcome. Well, you've decided your outcome, but it's not the outcome you wanted. By not aligning with those thoughts, you have decided that your experience will be that of not having your desire. But once you align with those thoughts, you have decided a new outcome. Because that's all it is. As the operant power, your thoughts and assumptions create your reality. So anytime you align thoughts, you are deciding a new outcome. Every time you look past a negative circumstance or a negative thought, you are deciding a new outcome. It is that simple. Trust yourself to be able to do so. Build up that self-love, build up that self-confidence, build up that inner trust that you can accomplish anything regardless of what is going on out there, and you will not be denied. No one out there can tell you anything other than that. Align thoughts, become the best version of yourself, and you will receive your desired reality. I really hope this video has helped. If it has, leave me a like and a comment to let me know so I know what kinds of videos to do for you in the future. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon, because if I post a video you don't get notified for, it may just be the video that will change your life. So make sure you do that, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.